Kamusta everyone? Since our last video did insanely good, seriously, you guys are the best. I just want to say a huge thank you for all the warm support. And as promised, this is our second attempt at the Crazy Guardian helmet build. And trust me, this time it's gonna be even crazier. Let me show you what I mean. But first, before we jump in, I gotta warn you, do not try this build if you're seriously aiming to rank up. I repeat, this is not the meta, unless you want to make your teammates question their life choices. If you're looking for a solid, winning build, I got you. I've already covered my insane XBORG build mix and tons of pro tips in another video. You'll find the link down in the description, so check it out when you have time. Now, I'm only doing this crazy build for fun and maybe to test my patience in solo queue. So how about a like and maybe a subscription for my sacrifice? Alright, before we dive into a nightmare rank solo match where our win rate is about as stable as my Wi-Fi, let's do a quick pros and cons breakdown of this build. I didn't cover this last time, so it's about time we lay out the good, the bad, and the absolutely ridiculous before we go full send into ranked. Let's get into it. Alright? Let's talk about the pros and cons of this absolutely ridiculous build. Let's start with the pros. To put it simple, triple guardian helmets equals tons of Firaga HP plus base HP. Basically, we turn into an unkillable meatball. So much HP that even towers will start second guessing their damage. And that's about it. Yep, that's literally the only pro. Moving on with the cons, and oh boy, there's a lot. First is that, since we're stuck with 3 item slots already, so forget about proper physical or magical defense. If the enemy decides to stack burst damage, we'll be tanky for about 0.5 seconds before we evaporate. Second is that, we're basically a walking health bar, so unless our teammates carry, we'll be hitting enemies with the mild inconvenience of tickling damage. Third is that this build is like a limited time offer, works great early on, but if we don't end the game fast, we're just free food for the late game hyper carries, giving enemies more time, giving them more chances to turn our guardian helmets into guardian coffins. So yeah, if we don't end the game early, we're doomed. Oh, and if you missed the first attempt at this madness, I've linked it below so you can watch me struggle all over again. Alright, enough talking, let's begin this craziness. So originally we had 2 role options, jungler or roam. But of course, this guy over here decides he wants to contest the jungle role with me, and because I'm a generous and totally not petty person, I let him have it. For now, I'm watching you, buddy. So, we're rolling with Roam XBORG. Sounds crazy? Because it is. Now for the talent and emblem setup. Yeah, I completely forgot this part in the last video, so let's actually do it right this time. First we pick tenacity, because when we go armorless, we need all the defense we can get before we turn into a burnt marshmallow. Next we take focusing mark. This way when we poke enemies, our teammates get extra damage. Because let's be real, we're not the ones doing the heavy lifting here. Finally, agility, for faster rotations, aka running away from bad fights like a true tactical genius. Alright, team is set. Time for some chaos. Alright, game starts. And as the selfless team playing legend that I am, I went ahead and helped our jungler secure his first buff. Gotta make sure he doesn't mysteriously disappear 5 minutes into the game with 0 to 3 stats. Then, I moved ahead to position myself early for map vision because knowledge is power, and also because I refuse to let my teammates walk into bushes, like they're auditioning for a horror movie. And then I spot this Sicilian, chilling in lane, way too deep, and you know what that means? It's bomb time. After that, I had a 200 IQ moment and hid in the enemy bush, waiting for trouble. And guess what? Trouble arrived right on time. Their roamer and jungler were plotting an ambush. Classic. But joke's on them. I saw it coming a mile away and immediately backed up our jungler. Defense successful. Kills? None. But hey, at least we didn't die. Moving on, next stop, assisting our marksman before the turtle spawn. And guess what? Their roamer messed up and we took him down. One less problem to worry about. Nice. Now, onto the turtle fight. I anticipated their jungler's rotation and zoned him out completely. No steal for you today, my guy. We secure the turtle and he's forced to retreat. Or so I thought. Suddenly, I noticed their jungler is still here, running around with low HP. Bro, what are you doing? Do you have a respawn fetish? Alright then, time to send this guy back to the base screen. Nice, really nice. After getting their red buff, I went straight for the mini turtle buff. You know, the little dude that gives mana regeneration and move speed. I totally forgot what it's called, but hey, free buffs are free buffs. At this point, their jungler is officially on tilt. I can practically hear him screaming at his screen. Who let this XBORG cook? Oh buddy, I'm just getting started. For the second turtle spawn, we decided to set up a juicy ambush in the bottom lane. And boom, got 3 of them. Talk about perfect execution. This game is starting to look like a speed run. With that advantage, we easily secured the second turtle, and I even picked up another kill in mid lane, which means ding! First Guardian helmet secured. Time to become unkillable. Afterwards, as I was casually trying to grab the mini turtle buff, surprise surprise, an ambush. But guess what? They were a little too slow. Just as my Firaga armor came back online, our jungler swooped in to save the day. Sweet, sweet revenge. Now it's payback time. And just like that, we got him. This game is looking pretty good so far. I'd say we can end this early if we keep up the momentum. But first, let's go home, heal up and prepare for more chaos. After that, I headed straight for mid lane, where my team was already rallying up. It's time to wrap this up. I went full zoning menace mode, keeping the enemies at bay. And since I was really feeling it, I did what any absolute madman would do. That was one hell of a fight. And judging by how annoyed the enemy team is getting, I think I'm officially on their most hated list. Mission accomplished. Luckily, my team was actually responsive this time and backed me up perfectly. Man, I wish I could always get teammates like this in solo queue. Imagine, no AFKs, no feeders, just pure teamwork. Shout out to my random teammates for making this game feel like a dream. Alright, let's head back one last time and gear up for the third turtle. Honestly, at this point, it's looking really bad for the enemy team. Their morale is crumbling, their map control is gone, and they're on the verge of surrendering. I guess we have no choice but to end this quickly and take full advantage of the situation. At the 9-minute mark, I finally secured my second Guardian helmet, and at this point, I was feeling pretty much unkillable. As we pushed mid lane hard, our marksman was busy soloing Lord like an absolute beast. Then Argus and I had the same idea at the exact same time. We dove in like absolute maniacs, 3 enemies down. That play was so wild, I'm pretty sure the enemy team is having an existential crisis right now. At this point, it's looking really good. The end is near, but now comes the real question. Can we actually finish this game with 0 deaths? Let's find out. After securing the Lord, we didn't bother with any fancy split pushing or sneaky segues. Nope. We went straight down mid lane, full force, ready to end this now. And just like that, the final clash begins. Nice work, Lord. And there you have it, folks. I didn't quite get that third Guardian helmet because let's be real, 2 is more than enough to absolutely crush enemy morale. But hey, 2 helmets is all we needed to end the match under 12 minutes. That's one fast game. If you made it this far in the video, then I owe you a fist bump. And hey, if we ever meet in the future, I'll make sure to deliver the best fist bump you've ever felt. So, mark your calendars, that day is coming. Also, don't forget to drop a signature fire emoji in the comments below. That way, you'll guarantee a reaction or at least a reply from me. Trust me, it works. And of course, I'll be uploading the epic Mindanao regional qualifiers soon, where you might not see me rocking XBORG the whole time. But I did use him once, and believe me, I was 100% serious about it. No memes, no fun and games, just competition. Alright, enough yapping for today. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Remember, keep the fire burning. Peace out!